Dude, you need a real power strip up here.
Hey. All right, we're good to go.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to our circle today. Feel free to send in questions as I introduced the mediums that we have with us. So we have Pam. Pam has 30 years of experience as a gifted teacher, medium, and healer. She works with her guide, Sylvia, to provide accurate and complete messages to help people in any situation in collaboration with Liz, Taylor, Rob. She assembled a partnership of Living Spirit guides to teach and aid the growing community. In her free time, she enjoys running and developing her army of German Shepherds. Hi, Pam.
Hi, thanks everybody for coming.
And we have Liz. Liz is a talented medium, psychic, and empath. She's wonderfully gifted when it comes to crystals. In her free time, Liz can be found adopting poor, unfortunate crystals from rock shops across Colorado. Hi, Liz.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming and joining us.
So as we wait for questions to come through, I do want to let everyone know that we have several different classes coming up. We have a tarot on 4/21 that should begin just here next week. There's also a Claire's class and a family night starting in May. So be sure to visit our Facebook pages and social media platforms, because there you'll find the events and how to book and get yourselves all scheduled in for those classes. All right, let's see what we have.
And Pam, do you want to tell everybody about that Claire's class and what they would learn during that?
Sure. So the clairsenses class will cover clairaudience, clairvoyant, largely all the clairsenses, and help each individual to, we'll kind of run through a battery of tests, and so that you'll understand which clairs you have, whether you can see, whether you can hear, clair audio, all of them. We'll step through each one of them. You know, typically folks have most all of them. So it's kind of fun to run through that and see which ones you have. So a battery of tests to figure that out. So it's a 101. It's an introduction, but there will be a lot of hands-on activity, and Sylvia will be teaching that. So it's a fun class. It's very fun.
And then, of course, remember that if you ask a question tonight, it could be a question that's personal to you. It can be very generic. It can be just getting information, any kind of question. We do have our drawing tonight where we'll add your name to the bowl, and probably Timber, because she loves picking out the names, will pull the name out, and then Justin will send you guys some metaphysical goodies. So Justin, tell us what they're gonna win.
So today, we'll be sending you the magic candle of your guide's choosing to help you evolve yourself along your spiritual path. It's always surprising to see what they think you need at this very moment. The candles are actually extremely effective, and I love for people who've never used them before to actually try them out, because they make an immediate difference once you start getting going with them. We do pair those with a bath soap, and depending on what your guides select is what I'm going to give you on that one in particular. But that one will help to basically relax and pull out the toxins, depending on what's happening there, just in general. And then we'll also include a pendulum, so you yourself will be able to contact your guide and be able to talk to them through it.
All right. And then first up, we have Steve. Steve says, hello, lovely people. So nice to see you all. Any messages for me?
But I'll go ahead and start if that's okay, Taylor.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, good. So hello, Steve. I hope you're well, my dear. You've been doing a lot of extra writing. I think I gave you some information and some different ideas on the approach to that writing. So I'm glad to see that you're doing that. You also you're wondering about I'm listening, dear. You're wondering about the older child, and he's fine. It's not a problem. You were concerned about some learning capabilities and those types of things. That's not an issue. There's some hurdles along the way, but there always are. You're also wondering about the middle child, and she's fine. No issues there. Continue with the conferencing and the things that you do for the healthcare activities. And then you're in, with the third child, where you're in really big trouble with everyone already. So she's so adorable. So no issues there. I'm also hearing that you're wondering about one of the dogs that you have, and he was sick a bit ago, I believe, but he is fine. I'm hearing you actually took him in and had him looked over, so it's nothing pervasive or anything to be concerned about. It's just one of the more aged dogs that you have. So yeah, and I see stars all around you when I look at you. I've not seen that before with you. I see it sometimes with others, but what that signifies is that you're moving in the right direction. Flashing, blinking stars are what that means. It also represents lofty ideals. So, which is very good. You should push it, yeah? So, all to say, if I had to sum it up, I would have to say you're on the correct path and doing the things that you need to be doing. So, yes. Good job. Nice job, dear. Mm-hmm.
Steve, I pulled a card for you, and I got the Internal Explorer. And it says, this card is a reminder that you are infinitely an amazing being who can access collective consciousness, especially when you surrender some control to the greater process or get out of your own way. And there's a star right there.
So we have Paul. Paul says, hello all. Please know you have helped me immensely. Are there any messages for me? You are all so wonderful.
I see a rosebud that's beginning to bloom and flourish. So
I'll jump in, please, if that's okay. Yes, Paul, welcome. I think you were at the last session as well, and your aura was a beautiful green, which we know is the healing color and the color of the heart chakra. So you've got a lot of healing skills and capabilities that you might want to think about using. You know, I would have to nickname you Hot Hands, which is what I nickname, I suppose, all the healers. But it's lovely. It's beautiful. You had some health issues that are clearing up. Your aura looks very nice. I'm hearing that there is some indifference with someone in the family. Just understand that that will clear up. Understand something, that sometimes the best thing to do when those things happen is to do nothing. A lot of times they'll clear themselves up. So that is my suggestion with that particular situation in this moment. Do nothing, and it will just clear up and pass. So no concerns, no worries. So I'm glad you're here.
Perfect. The first message I got for you today, Paul, it actually shows that in former conversations, your guides have talked to you about cleaning up your emotions and the attachments that you had to people, just kind of in general. And right now, this is what they're calling your attention to. You've done a great job of doing that. You're actually on the right path. You've done a good job of cleaning up the emotions, but it's now time to focus them in the correct or the desired direction. It's time for you to choose what it is that you want to feel going forward. We are going to piggyback a little bit on what Sylvia said as well. And basically, the more you let go of your past, the easier your path will become. Right now, you are introducing what we call resistant thoughts into your manifestation process. And a lot of people don't get that manifestation happens all the time. It does not matter if you are not a cooperative component or not. It's still happening. And so they're simply saying, hey, let's focus your attention, your awareness exactly where you want it to be. Your health is now improving. Now let's work on having perfect health. Let's focus on that and put all of your emotions into that right there, and it will shift for you. So we're simply just asking, okay, now that you kind of got your footing, let's go on the higher path. Let's raise your frequencies and put you in a place where you can do good at, okay? I hope that helps.
Okay, next up we've got Alyssa R. She said, what up? So great to see you all. Open to messages if there are any. And of course, a sassy card if there's one for me. Of course, we have a sassy card for you. So we got that project, that person, that idea is waiting. Get after that shit. The world has your back.
I'll step in quickly, Dia. So you need to, so you have this idea of an activity that you wanted to do, and you should do that. I think I may have raised this last time. You need to get yourself to the place where you can buy those pieces that you need for the sewing and the yarn and those types of things are what I'm seeing. So you do need to do that. That is something. And it's, remember that working on those things and making them are something, they're quite a tradition and something that you'll pass down. So don't feel like it's, silly or not worth the time. Don't diminish it in any way. Also, I'm hearing that you're a bit irritated with someone. I think you know who that is, and it's fair. It's understood. But don't let it get in the way of the things that you need to do. You need to set that aside. That's my suggestion. And move on. You just need to move on. So the stepping stones are obvious. And I think you know where those are. So it's just time to shed that and to move on there. Mm-hmm. It's bothering you way too much. So good. I'm glad you're here.
The first message I got for Alyssa R is apply your knowledge. It is useless simply sitting in your head. So that means they're telling me you've learned a lot of different things and you've got a lot of different things kind of on the table that you can work with at the moment, but you haven't applied it. You've learned it, but you haven't actually applied it. So they're asking that you step forward and finally take action. The moment that you take action, the universe will respond and put the stepping stones right in front of you. So everything is just simply waiting on you to decide that you are ready for it. The next thing that came up was communication, just in general. And this is about expressing your emotions. And they're saying simply express to people whenever you're feeling irritated or angry in this way. And so they're telling me about a certain way they actually go about communications. And so whenever you're needing to communicate with someone that you know that when this subject comes up, it may be sensitive to them. And so it's going to be hard to approach. So the way that we actually do that is to simply express to someone, when you take this action, so whenever you do this, it makes me feel this way. So simply saying your actions cause these emotions to happen within us or within just in general. And so this makes the person aware of what they're doing. So at this point, now the person has to be responsible for their own actions. And so they'll know exactly, if I do this, this is the result of it. And so it puts people in the mindset of, okay, I got to find a different way to do this or a different way to say this. And they're saying, take that and just kind of use that in your daily life. And this will actually clear out a lot of the small irritations that you're running into at the moment. I hope that helps.
Okay, next up we have Kate C. Kate C says, hi all. Any messages for Kate C?
I'll go ahead and go first, please, Tila. Hello, Kate. I want to talk about your totem. In other words, your spirit animal is what I'm referring to. You're a butterfly, not a surprise at all, which really is one of the most emblematic totem animals that we have across all of them. They really represent transformation, change, a push forward, and movement. Not just transformation, but very powerful transformation. And you could of course say the metamorphosis in your life and in your life purpose. So you've got changes coming. That's what that's telling me. You're moving through different life cycles. That makes sense. That's it's a renewal and rebirth, of course, and it's it's a lightness, and also it represents being playful, which is a lovely thing. And then lastly, if I had to sum it up, I think I'd have to say it gives you an elevation from earthly matters. So, not things don't bother you as much as they would bother someone else because of the elevation, the higher level that the butterflies fly at. So that's very good, which then of course gives you the opportunity to tune into yourself both emotionally and spiritually. So it's a lovely totem animal to have. So it's very good. Congratulations. Butterflies are earned. I wanted my last point. They're earned. So it's very good.
Excellent. The first message that I got for Kate today, it's very interesting because it is actually talking about, your guides are talking about gossip, okay? And so when they address the word gossip, not that you yourself are completely gossiping all the time, but people are coming to you to gossip, or not even to gossip, but to vent. That's a better word, to vent. And so they're venting a whole lot, and you kind of get sucked into it from time to time when you're venting with that person. But their guides want you to understand and remember the weight of your words. The weight of your words, they have a lot of power and a lot of energy to them, just in general. And so we got to watch how we vent and release. It is completely a portion of communicating and just being a human. All of us have to vent, but the way that we vent, we have to use different techniques, especially when you're at a higher frequency. And so I always teach my students about what we call the trash can technique. And so that's literally putting just like a small trash can in between you and the person that are going to be venting. And so placing that there will actually catch all of the negative energy that has to come out. It helps to ground it. That's the reason that the trash can was ever even invented, was to throw things away. And so it holds that frequency of being able to get rid of those things. So you want to put that in between you whenever you're talking, just in general, because whenever our words as higher vibrational beings, whenever we're using them in that way, they do carry weight. So they do affect other people. Even though like we're just venting, we're not intentionally trying to do that, but your energy still puts off those type of words, and it affects how things are happening in your timeline personally. And so when that does happen, start using that technique to absorb a lot of that, because it's going to happen. We're going to vent. That's just kind of a part of it. Okay. And a lot of it, you'll have people come and talk about relationship things, or those would be the things that you kind of vent. And sometimes we all have to vent about what's bothering us here and what's bothering us there. But putting the trash can there will stop you from aiding in the process of making that continue and go forward. Okay. All right. That's all I have to say. I hope that helps.
Yeah, I saw a tree, which was you, with a lot of branches on it. Some were falling off and some were growing, which kind of piggybacks on Sylvia with the life changes, letting things go and bringing in the new. And it was a beautiful tree.
Next up, we are looking for messages for Kayla S. Do we have any messages for Kayla S?
Can you hear me, dear?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes. Hello, Kayla, dear. I hope that you're well. So yes. Remember. Remember to, I'm trying to take a high road on this, so you understand. Remember to be patient when you're receiving explanations and the communication that you're deeply into with someone very close to you right now. And listen to to everything that person is sharing with you. That doesn't mean that it's necessarily acceptable to you, but at least, I guess what I want to say is, it might make sense to say, hear them out, yeah. And then you need to make some decisions after you've done that. I think you need to take a step back. I think you need to take a breath before making some difficult decisions. So I would ask that you do that. Also, there have been a health issue here or there. Understand that the stress, of course, makes everything worse, doesn't it? It just exacerbates everything. But try to manage that as much as you can. Maybe take a walk. Just get some fresh air or something like that. That I think you need to do that for yourself to kind of clear your mind and for your wellness. So that would be good. Also, if I may jump to your father, please, if you would just pass the message to him. That's Andrew. He was ill with the virus that you had on this plane at one point, and I know that there are still some challenges with that. Please give him my regards, and let him know that that will clear up. It's just getting with the right people to help him, but that will be fine. It will be okay. And then, of course, give your mum a hello for me as well. I know she's got some different things going on. There will be Jeanette. So give her my love. And she's got a few decisions to make. She'll do the right thing. She always does. So I hope that helps you, dear. I'm very glad that you're here. I love you always.
All right, so I actually got a message from my guides to pull a card for you. I usually don't use cards, but they want one for you today. So I'm going to pull your card real quick. The first card that I pulled, the only card I'm pulling for you, is actually called the Ringmaster of Scrutiny. This is actually going over your gift of discernment, clear vision, and details. The 3 words I heard them scream 3 times was manifest, manifest, manifest. So they're asking for you to direct your attention exactly where you want it. And let's begin the manifestation process for the things that you're working on. I mean, so they're saying health, wealth, joy, love, happiness, all these things are manifested. And these are all, they said it's an inside job. Remind you, it's an inside job. And so they want you to clean up the mental aspect of what you're seeing and everything like that. And so when they say clear vision, they want you to picture a clear vision of exactly what it is that you would like to experience right here and right now, not tomorrow, right here and right now. This is where you need to be. Your power lies in the present moment. And so we've got to focus your energy there. You actually have a lot of energy available to you in that way, but you also have to realize that that energy is always working regardless to what you are doing. So focus your attention in that way. Use your discernment so far as what actually needs to carry weight in your mind and what doesn't, because those things are simply going to fade away the moment that you start working on where you're supposed to be on your own divine path that you are working on at this moment. Okay, I hope that helps.
All right, next up we have Meg G. She says, good evening. Are there any messages for me tonight?
So, hi Meg, I'm hearing that there are some big changes coming for you. Some of them you planned, some of them you didn't, but it's just all about trusting the universe and to not be afraid to take those steps and to make that happen. I keep seeing you've got a beautiful vibration around you with a gorgeous blue energy, very calming, very soothing. That's actually been brought to you to help you, with sleep, to help you with stress. So you can, I mean, it's kind of like a mist and it's all around you. So you can breathe that in, breathe it in, breathe it out, breathe it in, breathe it out. Now, that's intentionally brought to you by a guide. So I would definitely recommend that you do that. I hope that helps.
I'm going to piggyback on that just a little bit. I only got one clear message for you, and it's simply saying it's time to get off the bench. Like, it's your turn to finally make a play. So we're asking that you simply take action, because instead of taking action, you're actually worrying at the moment. And so there's no need to worry whenever you actually take action and start working toward everything that you want. Do understand and remember that you're not doing this alone. Your guides and your angels are always with you. And to simply get more help, just ask for it. And then if you want specific help and specific details, then give them specific details and where you can work. They want me to remind you how strong your own free will is. Your free will is so strong that they cannot interfere with your affairs without your requests. So please, they really want you to invite them in and ask them for a little bit of guidance and stuff like that, and they will make themselves known to you. I hope that helps.
Yeah, I heard be yourself, sing your own song.
I'm also just got something else that just came in. I'm seeing ones all over you. So numerology, which is new beginnings, creation, trusting, that type of thing. So I see ones all almost like a halo around you. So very positive, very good. It feels very good. And I definitely agree. I'm going to piggyback on Justin. Yeah, get off the bench. It's time.
All right, before we go on to the next question, I am going to remind everybody, because we did just get a number of people that started watching, that we are doing a drawing tonight. So when you ask a question and post in our comments, our mediums will of course give you guidance and answer your questions, but you'll also get your name put into a drawing where Justin and your spirit guides will team up and send you guys some stuff. We'll go over more of what those things are again at the end, because we do have quite a few questions waiting, but I wanted to remind everybody that's new, if you want some free stuff, ask your questions. Okay, next up is Ray R. He says, hello, any messages for me that might need to be heard?
I'm going to come directly to, hello, Ray. My name is Ray. I'm going to come right to your spirit animal. It's a black panther. I don't see that often. So that's a lovely totem to have. Very powerful, very protective. That's what it of course represents: courage, valor, a lot of power, which you do have. I think also that you astral travel. when you sleep and at other times. I think you're probably aware of that. And that also is always aligned with that totem. The totem also is guardian energy, of course, like I said. What else? Reclaiming your power, which is very important for you right now in some situations. So that's very important also with that totem. And you have an ability to understand with the totem the light and the dark of things. You know, you've got the light, the dark, and the gray. You have the ability to understand each one of those with that totem, and that's what that brings to you as well. So it's a lovely totem to have. So very good. Congratulations. I hope that helps you.
The first message I got for Ray is I saw an abundance of red energy surrounding you. And then your guides wanted me to give you these messages. It is for your highest benefit that you learn how to control aggression or anger. It's almost like you have a short fuse. And once the fuse goes off, it's hard to get you wrangled back in, long story short. And so you can kind of go off the deep end for just a few minutes. And they want you to take that energy and use it in a productive way. The one thing they do ask me to explain to you is it's not a bad thing. That is a portion of divine energy, just in general. Whenever you feel like you are out of control, most people who have this particular type of energy signature, guardian energy signature, like she mentioned a few moments ago, you have, when you get angry, your whole body gets flushed, like you get hot, this heat wave comes over you. And when you can't control it, you kind of do lose your temper and let it go out. We're expressing to you that that's not a bad thing because that's a portion of your energy system just in general. We use that exact same energy ourselves whenever we need to clear something really dark or negative out of a place or out of a home. So it's learning how to take that energy and use it in a more productive manner. Forgiveness is something they would like for you to work on in general. Forgiveness is, we call the act of forgiveness, as she said earlier, is reclaiming the power that you granted someone. I'll explain that a little bit more. Just this is an analogy, so to speak. So if you are holding a grudge against someone that you absolutely hate because they're not a good person, which happens, and you guys had a mishap in the past, you run into that person in the grocery store. The moment that you see that person, you remember everything they've ever done to you, and all of a sudden your entire day flips because you granted them that power. So when you forgive someone, you take back the power that you granted them. And so the next time that you see that person in the store, it should be just like seeing a carton of milk. You walk right by it. It should have no power or no weight. So whenever you have completely forgiven someone, you will not feel an emotional attachment to them once you see them. This is a process that takes a while sometimes, but I want you to put yourself kind of in that mindset. The sooner I let this go, the better things will get for me personally. Because you don't want to let someone control you in that way. Because if someone can control your emotions, they can control everything that happens with you. I hope that helps.
I just have one more comment. Amen. What I'm seeing around you is triple fours. So I think you're seeing fours on license plates or, in various places. Those are angel numbers. They are, so you are completely surrounded by angels, and what they're doing is guiding you through whatever it is that you're focusing on, which then comes back to what Justin said, and piggybacking on that you need to focus on that self-care, calming down, taking a breath, the short wick, blood pressure, stuff like that. So you do have help, and you have a lot of help. Triple fours is very powerful. So it's very good.
And I'm going to piggyback on that. I kept seeing a triangle, and they kept telling me, breathe, think, speak.
All right, up next, hello, my name is Dina Reyes. I would like to ask if my spirit guides or my spirit team have any messages for me.
I'll go first, please. You have a beautiful yellow aura, which I don't see often. So, but with that comes, of course, that's the energy around your body, but with that comes some messages as well that align with that. Of course, the yellow is the solar plexus chakra color. And it's really about, it rules your intellect, it rules your self-esteem. So these are part of the messages. Self-esteem, helping to manage, your guides are helping to manage your personal energy field, which again is the aura, but self-esteem keeps coming back to me. I keep hearing that. So that is definitely a very strong message that you're getting, that you need to see your value really, and see your worth, understand that. It doesn't make any difference what someone else has said to you. You need to turn inward and understand that it's not all true, right? In that, but I think you know that what others are telling you is not what you're feeling. So self-esteem just keeps coming back to me again and again and again. Also, the yellow is it's when someone such as yourself can inspire greatness in others if you come out of that shell. So that's lovely. You can share that, because in doing that, then that raises you, it raises your vibration as well, and does very good things for yourself. And then of course, I always like to say that, remember that a yellow aura is the same color as the sun. So your personality, the beautiful person that you are, you radiate like the sun. So again, I'm still on messages from guides. That's who's speaking to me. But they want you to understand that's very, very important. And that you have, remember that yellow is it's a generous color, great self-expression, generosity, and that you naturally attract people to you, and that's the reason. They see this gorgeous aura, and it's warm, just like the sun, and they move towards you. So, but again, the self-esteem keeps coming back again and again. So that's a very strong message from the guides, yeah, that you need to understand that your value and your worth. So, and ignore some of the negative points that you're hearing, yeah. Yeah, I hope that helps you. Mm-hmm.
The first message I got for Dina today, it says step by step. Your guides are saying you continuously keep asking them which direction, how to do it, which direction, and how to do it, and stuff like that. They're saying simply take it step by step. They've already unfolded the instructions in front of you, and they speak to you on a normal basis. So they have kind of a way of getting you going, and they don't want you to freeze in your process. They want you to continue to process step by step. Keep using the process that you're doing, because it's getting you where you need to go. Okay. The next thing they simply said is to honor your gifts. What they mean by honor your gifts is honor the set of gifts that is before you at this moment. Take a few minutes to sit back and savor each one of your gifts and everything that you have. And someone's yelling, stop comparing yourself to others. This is what's affecting your self-esteem. No one develops at the same frequency, because everybody is in a different place spiritually. And as you open up spiritually, different spiritual gifts will open up to you. But you have to let those things unfold. There is no forcing things to be here this way now. Because if you force anything, it is not going to be pretty when it does come out. Okay. So give yourself time to savor that. Sit back and enjoy the process. Enjoy the beautiful unfolding of the person that you are. I hope that helps.
I'm going to piggyback off of that too.
Um,
Oh, go Liz, you could go.
Go ahead. Nope, you go.
Okay, I just got go forth and conquer. So piggybacking off of what Justin said, go forth and conquer. Everything is in line for you. They're just ready for you to make that move. All right, go Liz.
I'm going to piggyback. I heard heal your heart, love yourself, heal your heart. And that's where that self-confidence, heal your heart.
Okay, after her.
Wait, can I back times 4 really fast?
Okay,
Sorry.
yeah, go.
Sorry, this just came to me. So now I'm jumping over to numerology, and what I'm seeing all over you is 5s. You're covered in 5s, which is change, challenge, and freedom. So you have 5s all over you now. That's very good. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off there. Tina.
No, you're good. And we just got a Facebook Live going on the Partnership of Living Spiritual Guides Facebook page. So if you are having trouble commenting on our YouTube, which I know a couple people have in the past, feel free to hop over to that. Or of course you can private message us, or you can text. We have some text message questions coming up soon. So however you need to get them in, get those questions in, because we are doing the drawing. Next up is Cindy T. She says, hello, any messages or card reads for me? And I know Cindy likes a sassy card. So, oh, it popped right out. Don't believe every shitty thought you have. Thoughts can be sneaky lying bastards.
Okay, so I go ahead and step in, please. Hello, Cindy. It's Sylvia here. What I see all of you is I think I've seen you in a couple of different totems, but tonight you've got a swan, a beautiful swan with you, which again I don't see very often. The swan really represents that you should glide through your path. That you know your path and that you should glide as swans do. So go ahead and glide on that. Find new ways of thinking, find new ways of breathing, find new ways, ... That's what you should be doing. Freedom, break free from the old into the new. I keep seeing a cocoon as well. So you're coming out, and it's good. You should. I know. If I had to sum it, I suppose I would say it's an awakening of your self-power, and an awakening and understanding of yourself and where you need to be. It's cutting loose. It's letting loose. It's a spiritual evolution. The swan represents spiritual evolution, which of course I would love. It's seeing into the future and thinking about your future and your plans and what you're going to do for yourself. Let's see what else. It's a lovely peace and tranquility totem, of course. They're so lovely, and they have great grace. in dealing with others and divination. So it's a beautiful, beautiful totem. It just aligns with you perfectly with where you are. So yes, very good. I hope that helps you, dear. Very nice.
All right,
I
the
pulled you
first
up
message
hard.
I got. Go ahead, Liz.
No, you go ahead.
Okay. The first message I got for you, Cindy, is actually going to piggyback a little bit off of your totem there. And it's talking about elegance, and elegance in the way that you actually present your energy to people just in general. And I think they're going over your words, because they say you have the energy of basically a boss. It's kind of what we're going to call that. You're used to being in charge and stuff like that. And so elegance of your words is basically how they want you to do, like the swan, how it glides so smoothly. This is how they want you to start moving through, because things will get so much easier this way. Because like, they're just telling me to let you know, like, we don't know if you're aware, but at times, whenever you're trying to express things or even help people, whenever you're talking to them, your words can seem to trample a little bit. They gave me the image of a bull in a china cabinet. So they're simply asking that, hone it in just a little bit. Like, hone it in just a little bit. And as you do that, everything else will actually fall into place. Like, people will listen to you so much more easily, and it will all just like, they'll get it. It'll actually hit home every time that you're actually working on them in that way. Okay. I hope that helps.
I pulled you a card and got the Chariot, which is movement, forward movement, overcoming obstacles. I see and feel new opportunities that'll be coming your way, and you flourishing in them. So take the chance as something new presents itself.
I also just have one thing to add. I'm seeing fives all over you. Fives are that you're on your path, that there are changes ahead, but there are very good changes. It's a great, great number to have. It's about things are getting exciting, cutting loose, transition for your higher good and higher mind. And again, I mean, triple fives are prepare for great massive shifts, but very, very good. Feels very, very nice. So I hope that helps.
All right, next up we have Allie F. She says, hey, and she is open to any messages for her.
I'm going to jump to back to numerology again. Allie, what I'm seeing are sixes all over you. I'm listening. I'm sorry. They're talking to me. Well, the sixes represent love, harmony, and relationships. So that we know for sure. So it's very good. I mean, it feels very good. I'm seeing a beautiful tree that is lit up. It has lanterns on it. And I think, so that is on your path and your movement and your progression. So make sure as you're moving along, if this is, I'm feeling like this is someplace that you go when you meditate. So when you do that, make sure that you stay for a few minutes, maybe while the girls are napping or something, and lean up against the tree, the tree trunk, and listen to what it has to say to you, because it will talk to you. And give you messages and information, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's this gorgeous full bloomed oak tree. It's just absolutely beautiful. So represents growth, change, manifestation, a lot of really great things. So yeah, I hope that helps you.
Okay, Allie, I did get a very simple message for you, and it's talking about affirmations. Your guides are just simply saying you're going to want to use a little bit more affirmations to keep you on track. Affirmations are a part of the calibration process, which align you with your goals that you personally have been working on. And so they want you to, anytime that you feel like you're slipping or you're letting your thoughts get away from you, your affirmations are what you can use to put yourself back in place. I hope that helps.
I saw a web. Well, I drew a web. And then I saw you in the web, cutting yourself out of the web, but then sometimes getting stuck back in the web.
I'm going to jump back in again with numbers because now I'm seeing different numbers on you, Allie. I saw sixes, great messages. Now I'm seeing fives. Expansiveness, a visionary, adventure, very constructive use of your time and the freedom that you have. So it's a wonderful number to have. It's totally you. Very nice.
All right, next up, or do you want to go, Roxy?
Yeah, I'll go. So I have a few from Facebook. So Diana would like to know, are there any messages for her?
Diana, what I'm seeing is I'm seeing you sleeping, and I'm hearing your guides speaking to you and giving you messages. You're seeing things, you're getting messages in dreams, and that's what those really represent. So make sure you journal those. You're getting a lot of messages in your dreams. So make sure you journal those and keep track of those because those will be useful. And then I just quickly want to come in, please. I love to jump to the numerology. I'm seeing a lot of sevens. The number 7 on you, and 7 is in numerology. It's analysis, it's understanding, knowledge, awareness. Someone that's a very studious, and meditating. So that meditating and that meditation piece are going to come in partner then with the dreams and the messages and the things that you're getting. So it all is full circle and comes together. So it's very nice, very nice. It feels very good. Congratulations.
I did get a message for Diana myself. The first, well, I got several things. There's a buildup of energy within your heart chakra that almost feels like the process of heartache or even heartbreak in that process. Okay. And it's telling me this is not of a romantic nature. This is of, I'm going to say a parental or a family nature. So this is going to be maybe a kid or a family member. That's kind of breaking your heart with their actions and with the way that they actually treat the words, the way that they actually present themselves and just being cantankerous are really hard to get along with in general. They're simply saying, understand and know that time heals all wounds. And often as parents, we can bump heads with our children whenever we begin to override what we call the divine guidance system. And that simply means you're not giving them the opportunity to experience the things that they need to experience. That means even though you see them doing something that's going to hurt them, they don't want you to interfere. And it hurts sometimes whenever you know that you have good information or good intentions for a person and they don't want your help. And so it makes it difficult, especially for a parent to understand or even hear that. And the child will begin to kind of separate away from you if you continue pushing at it. Okay. To help remedy that, all you have to do is draw your energy and your awareness back to yourself. Back to yourself and know that your children are divinely protected. Everything is going to be just fine. So kind of sit back and help whenever they actually open the door and kind of let you in. As a parent, you should serve more as a guide, not the answer all, because your experience in life is completely different than that of your child's. You are on two different timelines. They do happen to converge, but interfering with it is whenever you meet that resistance or that cantankerousness. Okay, so they're saying simply just kind of sit back, relax, and watch the unfolding of it, because everything is going to work out just fine. I hope that helps.
Okay, up next we have Azaria. I hope I don't mess up. I mess up names all the time and I apologize in advance. So Azaria W says, hello everyone. I was referred here from a friend who is currently in the chat. I've been going through a few things myself mentally. Is there any messages for me that I need to hear?
Okay, the first message that I got for Azaria is it's time for you to start trusting your intuition or your gut instinct. Your guides are telling me you have an idea of what it is, but you're exactly not sure. So your intuition or that gut instinct is the feeling that you have whenever you are approaching a situation and it doesn't exactly feel harmonious to you. So when it doesn't feel harmonious, this is when things don't feel right. If you don't have any feeling at all about it, then you don't have to actually worry. But you have had this particular warning signal come up several times in your intuition. There have been several signs and what they call red flags on your path, and your guide is asking you to stop ignoring the information that she is giving you. She's been working very diligently at trying to guide you and get your attention to lead you out of the situations that you've been dealing with. However, you do have free will, so no one can make you do this. And so they're basically expressing that, hey, we're here for you and we can help you and guide you, but that doesn't mean that you have to do what we're telling you, which you are finding this stuff out. But when you basically ignore the information of your guides or that gut instinct, this is whenever you fall into what we call the hot water, or problems and stuff will kind of ensue in that. And so on a mental level, you haven't been able to let go or get over the things that's kind of been bothering you. And so your guides are simply saying, hey, it's time for you to think a new thought. If you think a new thought, then everything will begin to change for you. The longer you stay drilling down on this one portion, on this one thing, trying to make this one thing be this, it's not going to work, because whatever this situation is technically outside of your control. And that's the reason it will not go away. They're simply saying this is affecting your ability to be grounded. It's affecting your root chakra. And what I mean by grounded is having stability in the different areas in your life. That will be emotionally, that will be mentally, that will be physically, that will be financially. All of these things will suffer until you can get this on track. And so the biggest message they're saying is trust yourself and listen to the information. Give yourself the benefit of a doubt that you might be right about these things. Give it a try. I hope that helps.
I'm going to definitely piggyback off of that one. My heart started beating extremely fast, like major anxiety, and was told, listen to your guides, listen to your intuition, ask for that help.
All right, Connie Taylor from Facebook would like to say hello. She would like to know if she's on the right path and if there are any messages for her.
Yes, hello, dear. Or to answer the question, on the right path, the answer is yes. You are. You might want to pick up the tempo just a little bit and stop being afraid. Stop pulling back, because you need to flow with it. You need to go with it. That's where your energy needs to be. Your energy needs to be in looking forward and moving forward, not looking back. So so stop fighting it, I think is really probably a good summary of that. And then also I'm seeing all of you sixes. And I think I mentioned this once before with someone else, but it really is comprised of in numerology. It's related to responsibility, protection, nurturing, community balance, great balance. Once you let go and allow yourself to do that, you're a very kind person. You're a very sympathetic person. Maybe sometimes a little bit too much. You might want to put that in check. Take a look at that. Just a suggestion. But I feel great balance with you. You are the type of person that can have your feet in the two worlds without any problem. So, which is lovely. So, the short answer, are you on the right path? Yes. Yes, and keep going. Because what happens is the opportunities present themselves, and you know what they are, and you know when they are. So, when you see them, grab them. Yeah, because this is when one door closes and it opens, because then that advances you forward to what's next. So don't miss those cues. Yeah, very good. I hope that helps you, dear.
And I also heard stay the course.
I'm going to piggyback on that myself. And your guides basically were saying, you are on the right path at this very moment. Everything is going exactly according to plan. You yourself just have to allow it to kind of unfold. There's pieces of you that actually kind of step back and hold yourself back from getting as far as you would like to go at this moment. And they're saying, don't forget that you are in the driver's seat. You are the one steering the wheel. Therefore, we will continue to help, and we will continue to allow everything to unfold for you as quickly as possible, but in the most efficient way as well. And so as you asked about your path, it's allow your path to unfold for you. Is kind of what they're saying. You're on it. It's working for you. Keep going. Perfect. I hope that helps.
All right. Next up is Maddie C. From YouTube. She said, hello, everyone. Any messages for me?
Hello, Matty. So yes, I'm going to jump now back to aura colors. And you have a beautiful green aura around you, which is the color of the heart chakra, of course. The vibration of the heart chakra, which is really the center of personal growth and healing. So you're a natural healer, or what I referred to earlier is the heart, hands. Those with that aura also radiate unconditional love for everyone, and it's a very lovely life force energy and color to have around you. You are drawn to nature, long walks with the family or the pets, those types of things. So it wouldn't be unusual for you to do that on the weekend when everyone can join. It's a very restful and peaceful aura, very, very lovely. You also, there's great balance with that. So you easily give time and attention to everything that you should. You know, you sign your canvas when you go to bed at night, knowing that you've touched on each piece as much as you should. So you have a great and beautiful balance with that. Also, our greens tend to be very focused individuals. Very high ideals and aspirations, profoundly creative individuals as well. So it's a very lovely color, very beautiful. Kind of yours is more of a I'd want to say more of a kind of a Kelly green, which is very lovely. It's very good. I'm glad you're here. I hope that helps you.
So Aaliyah,
The first message I got, oops. The first message I got for Maddie was basically to continue the course and continue working on your goals. In the past, you can get easily distracted when you're working on something. And so you can kind of set it to the side and come back to it. They're saying to make everything happen the way you'd like it to at the moment, focus on the end result, not the tedious work that's in between it. Focus on the end result and allow that particular portion of it to come about for you. It's like attaching a hook. They're showing me you with a fishing line and pulling it into you. Like you're just watching the end goal. You're not counting how many times you're turning the reel. So like that, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many times you have to turn it. Allow it to continue to come to you by focusing on it. The more you focus on it, it will come to you so much quicker that way. What you think about is what comes about. I hope that helps.
Yeah, I saw hands open. You're very, very giving. But then I heard that it's okay to say no sometimes. You don't always have to say yes.
all right, so Aaliyah, Charity from Facebook would like Liz to pull a card for him.
I pulled you a card, and I pulled you a card from my crystal deck, and I pulled red jasper, and which it's for your root chakra and protection. And the card says take action. But then I heard after I pulled the card, it says you need to be careful of that action you're going to take. You need to think about it before. Don't just jump into it. Think about your action before you jump.
Okay, next up we have Kiana W. And she says, hey, any messages for me?
I'm hearing stay true to yourself. Don't waver. Something that you're going through that you might be wavering on, stay true to yourself.
I'm going to jump in real quick on that. I'm getting triple nines all over you, Kiona, which is you're being nudged or pushed to finish something. So like Liz said, stay true to yourself. You need to finish the project that you're on. Understand that your future is wide and light and bright, and that you are on the right path. But make sure with the triple nines that whatever you're working on, that you finish that. You have to bring that to completion, because then that's when the next door opens. So you pretty much have to. So I hope that helps.
The first message I got for Kiana is actually, they said housekeeping. Housekeeping. So what they're meaning by that is this is a mental cleanup. Cleanup of the mental frame that you have and of the emotions that you have. They're basically saying that you can kind of seesaw sometimes. Sometimes you're great, sometimes you're not, sometimes you're good, sometimes you're not. And they're asking you to focus on this, like focus on becoming steady. And by being steady, you're basically focusing on your goals and everything that you're working on at this moment. If you stay within the current and the present moment, this will be so much easier. All the other things that are flying around out there aren't happening to you at this very moment. The most precious time that you have is now. And so it's time to focus on that just a little bit. And it will actually help to make everything manifest a lot more quickly for you. And then someone just also said, and just remember that divine timing is always on time. They are never late. They are never off. Things will manifest perfectly as you allow them to unfold. I hope that helps.
I just have one thing to add that I just got as well. Piggybacking on Justin, the order of things, progression. You tend to jump forward on things and hurdle it and come back to it. But right now, with the things that you're working on and things that are planned for you in the future, progression is very, very important. And so finish where you are, what you've got, and then you'll move forward. So you tend to be driven, a little bit impatient. So, and that's okay. But understand that you have to finish these things off. So progression is very important right now on these actions. I hope that helps.
And remember, there's no coincidences. Everything happens for a reason.
Only synchronicities.
That's it.
Love that.
All right, Roxy, what do we got on Facebook?
All right, Sherry would like Liz to pull a card for her. And she also says hello.
Liz, you're muted, by the way.
Somebody else can jump in while I'm pulling a card.
All right. While we wait for that card pull, we're going to go with Labrisha. I'm really hoping I said that right. Labrisha M is wondering if there are any messages for her.
I'm getting, I'm jumping to numerology. I'm getting nines all over you, which signifies you are a humanitarian. You have a very giving nature. You are nurturing. You are a selflessness person, very lovely, very kind. You take your obligations very, very importantly. And the nines are also, they have great creative expressions. So I'm just seeing those all around you, just floating everywhere. So I hope that helps you.
The first message I got for Labricia was that of the heart nature of love in general. And you're a person who can get easily attached to people and situations. And so it can cause your feelings to be hurt very easily. And so what I mean by that just in general is whenever your feelings are hurt, this is whenever you begin to lash out at others, just in general. And so when other people feel like you were being chaotic or that you were out of control, most of them don't understand that your feelings were hurt in some way. And this is almost your reaction to it. I'm not going to even call it a retaliation because you're not focusing on doing this on purpose. This is just your initial reaction to those different things. I feel 3 different wounds or traumas around the heart chakra. And some of those are of the love nature of romantic love. And some of them are I'm going to call it like of a family nature. And so you have to understand that everyone does not have to agree. Sometimes the best thing you can do is agree to disagree with someone only because everyone is on a different path. And so we're all perceiving this a little bit differently than the other one is, just kind of in general. And the easiest way for you to make things go a little bit easier for you is, as we've been saying today a lot, is it's time to think a new thought. It's time to decide on what it is that you actually want to create in this lifetime for you without anybody else touching it. It's time for you to go on your path, and your guides are getting ready to basically call you to the floor right now. And what I mean by that is your path is opening up. The door is open, but now you're going to have to choose to walk through it. And by walking through it, you're going to have to leave all of those things of your past behind, all of the things that hurt you before, all of the indifference that you've suffered and stuff like that. We simply ask that you send the energy of blessing and love to your past, because doing that will honor that's what happened. And it brought me to this particular point. Without those life lessons, I couldn't be exactly where I'm at this very moment. And so when we say bless the past, that means, okay, we forgive all those things because this is not what's happening right now. And so we're asking that going forward, focus on what it is that you actually want. They're saying focus, not only focus, but decide. You have some decisions to make. It's time for you to actually decide on what you want out of life, just in general, because it's more than what you're experiencing right now. It's not just this one thing. There is a lot more that's set out for you all. And as you do go down that particular path, feel it. They're saying that you're a person who wants to know, and because you want to know what's happening before you just jump into it. And they're expressing that divine energy does not work that way. You're not going to be able to see it, smell it, taste it, touch it, or feel it just in that way. The way that you actually look forward into your divine path is by sensing. You must use your sonar to see how you feel about the path that you're on. If you feel indifferent about the path that you're on at the moment, perhaps it's not the right path for you. Give yourself the time to sit down and examine you, to focus on you. Okay? I hope that helps.
I'll come in here, please, very, very quickly as well. I'm going to come to your totem, which of course aligns with what Justin has said. Your totem is a beautiful tiger, which puts a special emphasis on raw feelings and emotions for those individuals. It resonates or represents primal instinct, the obvious, sometimes some unpredictability, which is not a bad thing, right? Sometimes surprises aren't a bad thing. And really make sure that you trust yourself. You're making the right choices. Remember, you get that first answer, that's the right answer. Make sure that you're trusting yourself and the information that you're getting. So if I had to sum it up, I would have to say great strong willpower, great strength, courage. You can tend to be you're a freedom lover, and that's wonderful. Sometimes a little bit unpredictable, which again is not a bad thing in things related to life, actions or feelings. You tend to get your sometimes you get your feelings hurt when there's some aggression towards you, maybe from a family member, or anger that's directed at you from someone else, and that's fair, and that's certainly understood. There's also with that totem, there's kind of a shadow part of you, which is a piece of you that you don't share with many people, which is fine. That's not a problem. In fact, that's sometimes can be very, very good. But with that then comes again, you tend to hide that or that shadow piece. You might even try to reject it, when in fact it's not something bad. It's something that you could embrace and should embrace and get to know yourself better. Turn inwards on that and understand that that's not a bad thing. So yeah, it's very lovely. Good. I hope that helps, Julia.
Liz, do you have that card for Sherry?
I sure do. I got take a break, get off the treadmill. I heard you need some time for self-care. You need to take some time out for yourself and think of yourself instead of thinking about everyone first. Take some time out for yourself. I hope that helps.
All right. Next up, we have Michael M. Asking if there are any messages for him.
I immediately get 000s, which are angel numbers. So you're surrounded by angels. 000s are new beginnings, fresh start, one with the universe. And just a reminder that you are a creator of your own world and of your own life, and back to free will and those types of things. But zeros are beautiful, so feels very good.
The first message I got for Michael, it's actually talking about where you're at in life right now, so far as manifesting, as she was mentioning. I'm going to piggyback off of that. Is at the moment you're sitting still, you're kind of comfortable, your heels are dug in, so you're kind of sitting in the same position. It's almost like your guides have been kind of nudging you on your path a little bit, like, come on, let's go. But at this moment, your heels are dug in and you're choosing not to move. And so if that does cause you any discomfort, understand that you can move it at any moment. The moment that you choose to act, you do have the free will to change everything that is happening to you at this very moment. That includes the location that you're in, the things that you actually want to do and to achieve. Open yourself up a little bit. I mean, because they're showing me you planted in like one spot. And so they want you to know that you are free to roam about the country. Like, help yourself and actually get out there and do a little bit of research, seeing where you will kind of fit in best, where you'll enjoy it the most, where your particular talents and skills will be called for. The last thing they said is, just remember, kid, the sky's the limit.
Yeah, and my ears started to hurt, so which tells me that you need to, listen, like Justin said, listen to what they're telling you. Use your intuition and listen.
right. So Hillary M says, thank you for being with us. I would like to know if there are any messages about improving her health. I'm a lot better than I want, but not quite where I want to be.
I'll have to come to 666s again. That's what I keep seeing. And with that, I'm getting that your thoughts and what you're expressing needs some refocusing, and that would make sense if you're having challenges and health issues. It's also a reminder that you're very spiritual, very grounded, very spiritual, very much an empath. And I'm sorry, I'm listening. I'm getting something else. And what would help is to reconnect with your spirituality. Certainly understood that there are issues and things that are going on, but the spirituality and meditation, that type of stuff would help. It's the healing from the fountain of youth, that type of thing. So you need to reconnect with that, and that will help you. And in the end, I think the larger question, or one of your larger questions is, will these issues be resolved satisfactorily? And the answer is yes. I'm getting 3 very strong yeses. So it'll be okay.
For Hillary, the first message that I got was, it's time for you to visualize what you would feel, look, and act like in your absolute perfect health, being in absolute perfect health. They want you to visualize this every day, every day, every day, every day. As you visualize that, it will come to fruition. The problems that you've been facing will start to fade. They really will start to fade. They're saying your spoken word affects your health a whole lot more than you are anticipating. And when they say something like that, that means that you have been talking about your health issues for quite some time with multiple people. And it's time that you start telling everyone about how fabulous and how wonderful you feel. Tell everybody about the dramatic changes that you've had as you've been on this healing process. Focus only on the healing process and feeling your absolute maximum best. Like the way that they're showing me, like literally as you do continue to do this, you begin to almost glow with a golden or like a yellow golden light around you, where you will have radiant health, because you start to focus on that in particular. And it's very interesting. They said, sing a song of healing, love, and praise of yourself and of others. Do remember that when you send out a blessing to others, it does return to you tenfold. I hope that helps.
Okay, up next we have Sindra J. She says, hi, everyone. Do you have any messages for me?
The first message I got the moment you said the name is, it's time for you to focus. You've got to learn how to meditate. Meditation for me is the process of stopping your mental chatter from going. Because like, even as I'm talking to your guides, they can hear the mental chatter going 1,000 miles a minute at this very moment. And so they're asking me to remind you, hey, simply slow down just a little bit. Slow down just a little bit, and put your awareness exactly where you want it to be. So, because there's particular portions of your life that they're saying that you've been focusing on and asking to kind of grow. Okay. But also, as you've been focusing on those, you actually allow yourself to slip in a little bit of self-doubt. And let's not doubt those things just in general. Remember that these things are set up on divine timing. And so you're not going to be able to hear it, see it, smell it, taste it, and touch it until it actually manifests. But things actually manifest on the spiritual plane before they come to the physical. And even though you can't sense it there on the spiritual plane, we were talking about this earlier, using your sonar to be able to sense exactly where it's at. And so see how you feel about the becoming, the unfolding of it, and focus your awareness in that direction. As you do that, all the questions that you have will slowly kind of start to fade. And then what happens is the universe is going to give you what we like to call a definite lead. And so that's also something you can ask for, is a definite lead. Like, okay, I've been manifesting this and working on it. I know that I can't see it or taste it and touch it at this moment, but I would like a definite lead to make sure that I'm on the right path. The moment that you do that, they're going to offer up so many different synchronicities that it's going to like spin your head, because they want you to know that you are on track and that they are working with you and for you. I hope that helps.
Yeah, and I heard don't force things, don't force it. Relax, meditate, but don't force it. That it will come smoothly, and quit forcing it.
I'll come in very quickly, please. Hello, Senator. Lovely to have you here. You have a beautiful turquoise aura, which I don't see very often. And really, a turquoise mark of a person is someone with natural gifts of compassion and communication with others. Also, those with this color of aura are they have a dynamic quality of being highly energized personality that tends to influence others in a very positive way. So I think that's lovely. They also tend to be also powerful healers. That's another color of our healers, and you tend to help others with their inner truths. So people are drawn to you about wanting guidance or asking opinions and that type of thing, which is also a mark of great intelligence. Also, they tend to feel bored sometimes, great multitaskers, forced to concentrate on one thing is a bit difficult for usually our turquoise. But that's okay. You get a lot done. Our turquoise excel in empathy, communication. I think I said that, and very lovely, nice people. They have a knack for smoothing difficult situations and with others and negativity, whether that's within the family circle or a circle of friends or anything else. You have a wonderful knack for doing that. So very lovely, very kind, very generous. Is a mark of that color as well, which I think aligns very well with you. So very nice. Glad you're here, dear. And I hope that helps you.
Linda K from Facebook would like to say hello, wondering if the most recent path I've landed on is harmonious path, and if you see anything regarding a home.
I keep getting the numbers, well, several. I'm getting 5s, which is expansiveness, growth, visionary, adventure, constructive use of freedom. Then I'm also seeing 8, a lot of 8s, which signifies practical endeavors for yourself. Humanitarian, selflessness, giving nature, that type of thing. So all great numbers to have. Yeah, I hope that helps you. Feels really good.
Okay, so I did get a message regarding your path. You were asking if the recent path that you switched over to was the best one for you. Okay, so I'm going to give you probably a complex answer right there because this is just kind of what they expressed to me. If you made me just give you a yes or no answer, I'm going to tell you no. But let me express that and explain that to you just in general. What I'm being told is this is the long route to getting where you're headed. And so it's like you're walking around the tree 10 times before you walk over to the front door, is what they're simply saying. There is a easier path of least resistance. And so whenever you encounter some of the information or things that you already know, don't beat yourself to death on those things because you're already on the path. And so they're simply saying, don't beat yourself to death on all the things that you already know and comprehend on those things. Your intuition has been speaking to you a lot about everything that you've been working on, and you've got to learn how to trust that. Trust that even though your instincts and your intuition probably guided you to the path that you're on now, you're at a higher frequency than you think you are. So I don't know if it's going to be a waste of time for you or if it's going to kind of open things up even more. The only thing I personally know about taking on even more of those things is a lot of stuff that you'll end up going through, you'll be familiar with kind of already, and they may even be a part of your process already. So give yourself time to actually experience and kind of learn it. Take what resonates with you and leave the other stuff behind. Some of the other stuff is not meant for you, and you'll know it by using your gift of discernment. Use that intuition, and you will know, okay, then this is not for me. All right, I hope that helps.
All right. So Liz, I'm going to give this one to you and say that Sherry would like a card or a message specifically to her career. You're muted, babe.
I can touch on this really quickly while you're pulling a card, if it's okay, Liz. I am seeing eights, numerology, eights all over you, which signifies practical endeavors, planning and moving forward. And I think you said career. That's what I'm getting. That is moving forward, status oriented. Seeking power. So power, I mean, within, career, family, anything. I mean, just seeking to put things in order and get behind those things and drive them. So really great numbers. Very good. Feels very, very good. I see a path that you're on. It's out in front of you, and I'm walking it, and it feels really good. It's lush, it's green, it smells, there's flowers everywhere. It smells like roses, and now I'm getting some lilacs. So it's very comforting. But understand that the path will continue even when you come to the edge of the cliff or the rock in this case. I keep hearing you're a swimmer, you love water and that type of thing, but when you come to the edge, jump. Make sure you jump, because you'll never fall. Spirit will never let you fall. So you'll be caught and ported over and moved over to the next part of your path. So it's very good. Feels very nice. It's quick. It's fast moving. Like the train has left the station. It's headed your way quick. So it's good. It's very good. I hope that helps you.
I got, when I asked about your career, I got the Five of Swords, which is there's some kind of discontent or battle or struggle going on. But in the end, I got the Nine of Cups for the end result. Stick with it, because at the end, it will be satisfying, and you'll enjoy it. But battle through the discontent and stick with it. The outcome would be good. Very good. I hope that helps.
I'm going to piggyback on that one last time. They're also talking basically about messages that they've been sending to you. So they've been sending you the same message over and over and over and over again because you keep ignoring it over and over and over again. Your guides have all the time in the world, and so they will repeat themselves 1,000 times if it's necessary to get you past this first step. And of course, like, it can come into your mind as an inspired thought. It can show up as a dream or as something similar to that, you know? And like, you will have the same thing reoccur until you do something different. The only way to stop a loop of the life lesson from happening is to react differently. You're reacting the same every time, and so you get to do it again. So if they are being obsessive or repeating things to you in that manner, that would be why, okay? I hope that helps.
Okay, up next on YouTube, we have Cool Run-Ins that says, hey, all pray all is well. What is my spiritual animal and what do I need to focus on?
I'm going to go over the focus real quick. So when it comes to what you need to focus on just in general, they're saying that your thoughts are very sporadic or very spread out. And so you haven't been focusing at all. You've been so distracted by, ooh, that's pretty, this is pretty, that's pretty, this is pretty, that you're not able to take in this one thing. If your energy is spread, then you will get spread out results. You're going to need to focus on each individual thing. So take a little bit of time to manifest one thing at a time. So this is place your focus on this right here. Now that your focus is here, okay, this is what I want. I need the guides in the universe to open up the pathway for this to come to me. So you're going to focus on that. You're going to see yourself inside of that and it already happening. See it, hear it, feel it, taste it, touch it. Put yourself in it completely to allow that manifestation to kind of come to you. You have a few different focuses kind of going on with you. And so this is going to be career. This is going to be personal. With those particular things, like in career, set a goal. Just set a goal and stick to it. If there's something that you can be specific. If it's a specific type of say specific type of vehicle that you want just in general, focus on that particular vehicle. And if it's not a particular one that you want, focus on the purpose of it. What do you need it for? And simply put everything that you need it for within your manifestation. That's basically writing it down. Writing things down creates intention. Creating intentions gives you a goal or something to work for or work toward. Having it written down makes you see it every day and makes you focus on it every day. The more you think about it, the quicker it comes about. So simply see yourself in it, see it happening already, see everything working out perfectly for yourself, and focus only on that. And know that if you focus only on that, that is the only result that you can get. This is the law of the universe, and this is how things work. And so focus a little bit more on your actual goals individually. And then on your personal and self-development, we've got to clean up your, there's like literally they're showing me like a spilled bucket of water. So this is your emotions just spilt all over the floor everywhere. So this is meaning that you let your emotions care about this and care about that and care about this and care about that. So there's a lot of conflicting emotions inside of there. And as I was speaking earlier, manifestation does not quit. It is not a process that just stops because you don't want to participate. This is why it is called the law of attraction, because it is a law, very similar to the law of gravity. You can't tell gravity today, I am not sticking to the ground because I don't want to do this. Gravity say, okay, jump, see what happens. It gets really interesting. So when you're using the law of attraction in this way, we need you to focus on it on a consistent basis. If you say this is the only result that can happen, it's the only result that can happen because you focus on it and you put it there. But I wouldn't box myself in that way. I would take my manifestation that I'm working on, bringing to me, and simply focus on it and I ask that this come to me for my highest good or better, leaving the universe an open end to if there is a better avenue or something better out there for you to allow them to bring it to you. And then once you do that, simply be grateful. Even before it happens, just simply be grateful and send out praise because you're so happy that you've already attained this. And this will help with bringing things into you. And so the answer to the focus is that's up to you. Focus on the things you need in the career and the things you need in the personal life. They can go hand in hand, but you'll need to set a point of focus. And that's what writing things down is about, okay? I hope that helps. And someone else will see the animal.
So I'll come in on the animal, please. It's a very cool one. It's the jaguar. And jaguars are known to be the gatekeepers for all of the unknown. So a bit of a mystical totem, very, very interesting always. The jaguar offers lessons about reclaiming your inner power by awakening your inner core energies. When a secretive, graceful jaguar, of course, enters your life, it's time to resolve old issues and to make way for spiritual rebirth. Understanding the darker side of life is what offers this powerful animal totem its mystery. So that's why we tend to call it a mystery. But with understanding comes the ability to embrace the change in life's multitude of cycles. Those who have the jaguar as their totem tend to be very passionate individuals. They tend to be very confident individuals. They possess a deeper understanding of life, often able to embrace change with grace and dignity, while others don't crave or like change. You do, and you do very well with that. You also tend to see the bigger picture of things when others might miss it. You see it quite easily, and you allow your intuition to guide you without any hesitation. So if I had to sum it up, I would have to say courage. I would have to say valor, of course. I would have to say loyalty, power, as very great spiritual power, strength, of course, beauty, and rejuvenation. So it's a wonderful totem to have. So that is what you've got. And well, I think you've had that for, as best as I can tell, looking at you, you've had it for a very long time, and probably something you're going to keep while you're on this plane. So yes, lovely. I hope that helps you. I'm glad you're here.
Okay, so Liz, Diana K would like you to pull a card for her. And while you're doing that, Michaela J would like to know if there are any messages that anyone has for her.
So while she's pulling that, I'm seeing triple eights. Triple eights represent in numerology. I'll try to be snazzy about this. Lots of money, honey, is typically what that represents. So financial abundance is on its way. It's something that you've been asking for it to manifest. And you are aligned with what you're asking for. Your desires, the abundance, etc. So triple eights, great, very good.
Awesome. I'm going to piggyback on that. The first message I got was it's time to get excited. Throw some fire in there. It's time for you to celebrate. Be excited. Be grateful. You are in the line of abundance, and here it comes. It's pouring down upon you. The more excited you are, the more tapped in, tuned in, turned on that you are just in general, the quicker that it's going to continue to come to you. This is going to be a continuous flow. This is not a one-time thing. This is the door of abundance opening for you as you've been asking and requesting. As long as you stay open to receive, this will continue to flow. So that means that I'm going to need you to accept things when people offer them to you. Do not turn away even a piece of candy if it is offered to you, because this is the universal flow of things flowing for you. The moment that you turn it off, though, whenever you say, no, I don't need that, you are actually sticking a block up, and it's going to block that flow. So let that flow continue to kind of run in, and let that actually be a bigger portion of your focus. Is I am open to receive. And allow that to continue to come and flow, because you're already in alignment. So stay in alignment with receiving on a continuous basis. And on top of that, I know this is probably going to sound like a funny message, but when your abundance starts to flow and come in, when the necessity to spend money comes up, you must do it. The moment that you hold and hoard the money, you stop the flow of abundance from coming. So continue to allow that to manifest for you, okay? I hope that helps.
Okay, Liz, go ahead.
I got pulled the card and it says leap. And it says the universe will catch you. And looking at this card, she's kind of teetering on the edge, but she leaps and she's floating and she's flying. Take that leap. The universe will catch you.
All right. Next up, I botched her name 2 weeks ago and I don't remember the correct one. So I'm going to read her screen name. The Cha-Chin, Texas is what I'm going to say. Good evening, all. 3 questions. Are there any messages for me? Is there anything you can pick up that I should be concerned about from the children I care for? And may I have a sassy card? So while you guys do that, I'll pull her sassy card.
I'll go ahead and answer the second question. Should there be any concerns? The answer is no. No. No, 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 no.
Take that first question. For you, the message that your guide is giving to me is basically to be calm in everything that's happening around you right now. What they mean by that is sometimes it can seem like you personally are standing in the eye of the storm. So there's a lot of stuff going on around you, but in the center, you're actually calm. That's actually, to me, that's you standing in a place of power. Whenever you can actually calm your mind and then simply look at the different things that are happening, you can apply corrective measures to these different things just in general. So they're saying, calm down. You're already on the correct path. We've already led you so far, and we're going to continue to lead you. So this is just enjoying the beautiful unfolding of everything. You are opening doors left and right, left and right. So there's a lot of things that are coming to you. So it can also begin to feel a little bit overwhelming. And this is why they're asking you to be still in the eye of the storm at the moment. So you yourself are probably going to continue to go through several different changes. And they're saying that you have I think a spiritual gift that's about to open up for you. Yeah, a spiritual gift that's going to open up for you. And they're telling me this is what we call the one of the clairsenses. This is going to be clairvoyance. And this is the ability to see divine energy clearly. And so as you do open up to that, it's going to be a lot in the beginning, okay? But it's going to continue to open yourself up, and it'll be so much easier because this will help you take in the energies from your guides and actually be able to see the messages that they're giving to you. And it's going to be a process so far as learning how to unfold and understand those things. But give yourself time. Give yourself time. It's time for you to continue to immerse yourself in all of the lessons that you have been learning so far, and to also put them to practical use. The reason you have gifts are to help yourself and others. Please don't ever forget that. I hope that helps.
Okay.
I saw a beautiful white light around you, guiding you and helping you. It was a beautiful white light. I saw you like floating with this beautiful white light around you.
And then I got 2 cards for you. The first one I got is take a fucking trip, go see some shit, do some new things, talk to people that are cooler than you. And then I think it ties into the second one that says, what the hell are you waiting for? Get that shit done. If you're waiting for a sign, well, here it fucking is. So leave now. Roxy, do we have any more questions from Facebook?
We do. So Aaliyah C would like to know, what is 99 in numerology?
I have to keep hitting this button. The 99 is, well, it can be angels, but it can be in doubles or in triples, but the triples would be angels. But anyway, the 99 represents wisdom, closure, completion, and a service to humanity. So that's the double 9. That's what that represents. Yeah.
All right. Up next, we have Cam Young 95. Hello, what is my spiritual animal? I'm going to send that one to Sylvia. And then, do you have any messages for me?
Can you hear me, Dia?
Yep, we can hear you.
Oh, okay, good. The hummingbird is your totem. The hummingbird, which it's very unique. It's quite lovely. Symbolizes the enjoyment of life and lightness of being in yourself. Those who have the hummingbird totem are invited to enjoy the sweetness of life and all of life's privileges and what it offers. It also represents that you need to lift up from negativity on to stay away from it, because it impacts you greatly, keeps you up at night, which is obviously something that we don't want. It kind of creeps in on you, and it's creepy to you, for lack of a better term. It's really it's a fascinating bird, if you will, capable of the most amazing feats despite its small size. It travels great distances, of course. I think we know that. And they're also able to fly backwards. So, but what that represents for you is you always see everything around you. So the complete picture, the 360 of everything. They represent joy. They represent playfulness. I mean, who wouldn't, right? You're flying backwards. But adaptability, very, very good at that. So if I had to sum it, I would say lightness of being, enjoyment of life, resilient, being able to travel long distances, travel great distances tirelessly. And I don't just mean, distances on a plane or a bicycle. I mean, in life, in work, in projects, and in things that you do, painting the house and those types of things. And swiftness, ability to respond quickly. Like I said, lifting yourself up from negativity is very important. It's important for your whole body wellness, because that tends to really, really bring you down, which is certainly understood. Also, it represents make sure that you're taking the time to be more present in life. Yeah. So in this moment right now, really, really be here. And a great feeling of freedom, the strong independence is what that totem represents. So it's very lovely. It's rare. It's very, very good. Very good. Lovely, dear. I hope that helps you. I'm glad you're here.
The first message I got for that one in particular, your guide said, stop talking. They're saying, you talk a lot about the things that you actually want to do and to perform. They're saying, stop talking and listen, because they're trying to answer all the questions, and they're actually trying to facilitate the conversation that you guys are having, but your continuous questions and continuous talking is not allowing you to pick up on that. And so they're simply saying, listen, and then act on your intentions. Simply act on them and everything will fall into place for you. I hope that helps.
All right. Next up, we have Ray R. Is there anything I should be weary or cautious of? Also, I would like to walk correctly in my spiritual journey. Any help?
The first message I got was about perfectionism. When they say something like this, they're basically referring to you critiquing everything that you do on a continuous basis and making sure that it is perfect and in alignment. Understand that when you're walking with your guides and angels, you can't make a mistake. Everything that happens to you is on purpose. There's no such thing as a coincidence. As Taylor said earlier, they're just only synchronicities. And so for checks and balances, whenever you're wanting to know, am I walking correctly on my path, ask your guides for a sign. Ask them for a lead on this. Like, hey, am I in alignment? Am I going in the direction I need to go? They will always answer you, and only in a matter of moments. It does not take long to get one of the synchronicities to kind of come up. And so with that being said, you're doing good on your path. You're doing good. This is the process of becoming. So you're not just going to pop out and be perfect. That's not how this works at all. It is a process of steps, basically. It takes you on a continuous ascension or a lifting, so to speak, into a higher frequency, and allows you yourself to become more spiritual and to understand more spiritual knowledge along your way. I hope that helps.
I'm seeing, as far as numerology goes, I'm seeing sevens all over you. So that's spirituality, intellect, very intelligent, personal growth, solitude, metaphysics, anything related to that. So yeah, you're very balanced, very grounded, and you definitely should be looking towards growing that and using it, training and using it to help yourself in your own world, in your own life, your friends, family, and then others that you would provide messages to. So you definitely should move in that direction. And how? Take classes. We offer lots.
Pam letting us know our classes. We have several classes coming up. There is a tarot card class that's coming up on the 21st, a players class on the 22nd, and as well as a family night, which will start on May 2nd. So be sure to check out our social media platforms and our pages, and it'll have all the events and how to sign up for those classes. All right, so I have one from Facebook for you guys. Bridget G would like to know if you can see her purpose and if she is meant to be a healer.
So of course I'll jump in. Yes, you are here. You have a beautiful green aura around you, and those are our healers. So yes, you do have the hot hands that I have referred to so many times. Of course, the green is the color and vibration of the heart chakra. But yes, a very strong healer, very intense, very drawn to nature, to animals, that type of stuff that I've gone over. But yeah, you're very balanced in the entire color spectrum. That's what the green represents. You're very balanced, very grounded. Yes, I mean you are a wonderful healer. You also have high aspirations for yourself, and reaching goals and completing goals, which is a very good thing. So the short answer, healer, yes, absolutely, yes. Beautiful green aura, beautiful. Yes, yeah. I hope that helps you.
I'll agree, and I'll shortly piggyback on that. Basically, your guides are saying, yes, you're a healer. We've been telling you this. That's the very reason that you presented this question. We've been leading you and nudging you along the way. In fact, we've even given you something called a charge. And a charge is someone that you can actually help with your particular set of skills that you have at this moment. And so people will probably reach out to you for help from time to time. In fact, I'm sure it happens to you already. This is kind of a part of your path. People start to come into your life that will open up the path to healing, not only for them, but for you as well. And it's kind of a process. It's like a process of unfolding. So sit back and enjoy it. Yes, you are a healer.
All right, next up we have a two-part question from Steve R. He says, can you please tell me which spirit animal I have with me? And can I summon spirit animals dependent on my needs?
Hello, Steve R. Yes, you can summon them. I think your wife has done the same thing with the dolphin. Yes, you can do that, but it's no surprise that you can probably guess what your spirit animal is, which is the dog, the canine, very domesticated descendants of coyotes and wolves, as you know. They are that totem represents you thinking things through, maybe even sometimes overthinking things through before jumping to something, and you need to take a step back on that and maybe work on that a little bit so that you don't miss an opportunity or a cue. Not to say that they don't come back around, because they do, much like Justin said earlier. We continue to circle you and hit you and hit you and hit you. But yeah, you don't need to overthink and overanalyze things, because it tends to make you stick. But yeah, it's a dog. Love, protection, loyalty. That's what the totem represents. Reliable protectors. Love your family and others that you do love completely and unconditionally. So much like the dog would. I think if I had to sum it up, I'd have to say loyalty with you, faithfulness, of course, playfulness, perseverance, unconditional love, protection, all of those very nice things. So that's what's with you right now. Now, can you summon others? Yes, of course you can. Yeah, in terms of need, in terms of protection, recalling, the lion, the tiger, those types of things. So yes, you can summon them as part of your meditation practice and bring them in. And you're wondering right now, can you have all of them at the same time? That's the question you're thinking right now. And the answer is yes, you can. Yeah, this it's not stingy. You can have all of them. Now they'll tend to come and go often based on the need, the experience, and what's happening in your life. But sometimes they'll change out, sometimes they don't. But particularly the lions and the tigers, because they're for protection and a lot of other things. But first and foremost for that. So yes, you can summon them as part of your meditation practice. Yes, yeah. Mhm. I'm sorry, Taylor. Did you say there was such a question, or did I just address it? I'm sorry, dear.
No, that was perfect. That was perfect.
Oh. Okay, get going, and then yeah, did I hit all the point? Mhm. Okay, good. Thank you.
Yeah. The next one is from Azaria W. She said, "You all help me a lot. Is there anything I can look out for or do to aid in my journey? More specifically, how to speak and recognize my spirit guides, especially regarding channeling their energy."
I'll step in very quickly. The first thing I see are the 777s, which are angels. That represents that luck is really on your side and luck is with you. It represents you are on the ultimate, and I don't use that word often, the ultimate spirit path. So I think that answers that question. And then to keep doing what you're doing, because you are on that path, the spiritual path. So I think that addresses that. I hope that helps with that.
And the last
Meditation. Meditation and quiet your mind so you can hear your guides.
The one piece I'll have for that is an invitation to your guides to into the circle or session or divination, whatever it is that you're actually doing or working on, and to ask them for a sign that you cannot ignore. Ask for one that you can't ignore, because a lot of times we do write those things off. When you ask your guide to come in, ask them to give you a sign when they're there. They'll give you a sign that they're there, and then you can actually start facilitating the conversation. I hope that helps.
Okay, so Diane D has a 3-part question. It is, if you have any messages for her regarding her marriage, her career path, and as well as her husband's career path.
I'll step in quickly on the career path. The first thing that I got for both of you is that there is change. You feel a little stagnant right now and stuck, but you're not. Enjoy the time that you have right now, because you're ramping up you both are, for some really big changes around that, around the career paths. And it's very good. It's going to be better than what you expect. It's going to be a little bit different than what you've been asking for, not your husband, but it'll be a good surprise. So it's coming soon. So enjoy the time right now. When? July and August. July for you, August for him. So if you want to squeeze in a trip or go see some relatives, family or something, now's the time, because you're not going to have that time on your hands. So I hope that helps.
And I'm going to hit on the marriage for a moment, because you're simply asking about messages from that. And the best thing, actually, I got this huge blue light coming out, and this is the color of the throat chakra. So this is communication. And it's simply saying, have an open lines of communication with everything that's kind of going on. So expressing your feelings, of course, is something that's going to be very important. And talking to the other person, simply saying, hey, when this happened, I felt this way. Hey, when this happened, I felt this way. Just in general. So so you guys can stay on the same page. Because it seems like everything is going to work out just fine, harmoniously, and you both are going to go through this major change. But when a change like this comes up, it can become stressful. And so it's very important that you do talk to your partner about what's going on and how you're feeling about those things, okay? I hope that helps.
All right, next up is Lindsay G. She says, hi everyone, I've been wanting to be able to catch a session for a while now, but timing has not worked out. Any messages for me? I've got a lot going on right now.
I'll jump in on the numbers. I see triple fives, angel numbers, triple fives, which means huge changes, big changes coming, good changes, transition, and trust that the transition is for your higher good. So things change, things move, but that's okay. Just go with that. Just understand that it will be okay. The triple fives are prepare for a massive shift. But it feels really, 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 really good to me. Like things are really going to get exciting. So yeah, I hope that helps you.
I heard
Perfect. I'll hit on
blessings are coming your way.
Perfect. I did hear that this is a divine change that's coming in. So this is for your absolute highest good, just kind of in general. You mentioned that you're going through a lot, and the way that you handle things is so important right now. I understand that things aren't going the way that you personally would like for them to go. And so that causes emotions of anger, rage, and basically what your guys are calling tantrums. And this is you when you're upset about things not going the exact way that you want it to. But do remember and understand that your guides are helping you with this. And so if it doesn't appear to be the way that you want, just wait for a few minutes and let it unfold. They always have your best interest at heart, and you will come out on top on all of these things. I hope that helps.
All right, up next we have Marla S. Wondering if there are any messages from her loved ones.
Okay, I was searching for messages. It's actually kind of quiet out there when it comes down to it. The one message I did get for you is they're always with you. They're going to be beside you and working with you as much as absolutely possible. But they want you to focus on life, on living life, on enjoying life, on the beautiful unfolding of all the things that you actually want to unfold and experience. They're just simply saying, remind her that right now she's in a position to have the experience of her entire lifetime, and we get to stand beside her and enjoy it and be a part of it and witness the beautifulness of that happening for her. So we're simply, the only message that we have is just remember that you are loved, you are cared for, and that we are always here. We're always by your side. You'll feel the gentle nudges. You'll feel the breeze of energy that just slowly rubs across your cheek when we're there just to comfort. I hope that helps.
Okay. Next up is Joe R. Wondering if she has any messages from her loved ones.
Hello, Joe. This is Sylvia. I have a grandfather, a grandfather figure. That's with you. Standing behind you, offering a white carnation. Now showing me a large tree with a tree swing. I see him, what appears to be earlier years, pushing on a swing. He's has a beautiful aura, great strength from the light, and with you and with you all the time. And he's saying to me that he would really like to visit with you. He's trying. That's what he keeps saying to me. I'm trying. I'm coming in the dreams. I'm trying to come in all these ways. That's what it is. And also, you're getting a smell of something when he's with you, and it smells almost like a tobacco. It's kind of a sweet cherry smell. So when you smell that, that's him, and you know that's him. Also, he's telling me that you have felt him on your backside, like your back gets warm and spine and whatnot. But that is him. So that's how you know that it's him. And then I'm also seeing. Well, he's referring to an ankle as well, and he keeps it. This is not his name, correct? Yeah. But he's saying you need to take down this name. This name is important for you to keep, and the name is Adam, Adam. He said that you will need that for some future endeavors. And now he's holding his heart and saying, sending love. Very nice. I hope that helps you, Leo.
Okay, next up is Brexton S. Wondering if there are any messages for him.
I'm seeing right away. I'm seeing threes. The number 3 in numerology. So you're probably seeing that. I don't want to say duplicating things because that's not true, but you're doing things in threes. So it's just 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, which is creativity, joy, communication, self-expression, have fun, be in groups, and do the things that you really, really love. So that's what those numbers represent. Very strong. I'm getting them very, very strongly. Like they're just flying everywhere. It feels good. It feels very good.
It was very similar to what I picked up on, and that was about your control of situations. To simply kind of sit back and relax. Remember that you have assistance as everything is unfolding for you. You can kind of sit back and ask your guides to guide the way sometimes. You are a person who likes to be in charge and actually have your hands on things and get going with it. And so they're simply saying, hey, you can do that, but we can also guide you along the way. Even if you're going to be the one that's in control, we'll be the arrow in front of you pointing which direction to go. So just allow us to actually work with you, and everything is going to continue to work out for you. You're on the right path at the moment. So allow that to unfold for you. And do take into account that we are dropping these synchronicities in front of you. We are dropping angel numbers in front of you. There are small little coincidences that keep making more and more sense to you. And so as we're dropping these in front of you, we're simply asking that you yourself pay attention to those small synchronicities and kind of follow the path that we're kind of pointing you at. We normally point out the path of least resistance to you. It's kind of what we do, although we do get and understand that you enjoy a challenge. But just know that we're here for you. You simply just have to let us know, hey, I'm ready, please come in. I hope that helps.
Yeah, and I heard have faith.
All right, so we ran over tonight. We had so many questions and we were trying to get through. I know there's a couple more, but we went so far past that. Come back in 2 weeks with your questions again. Put them in early. We'll make sure to get them. But I want to do this drawing and have everybody be able to enjoy the rest of their night. So the person that is winning metaphysical goodies from Justin tonight is
Me.
Me.
it is Linda Y or Linda KYO. I know that she has a long name. So Linda, send us all of your information. Linda, send us all of your information on our Facebook. I know that you were one of our Facebook question people. So send us your information in a direct message and Justin will send all of those goodies to you. Yay. Okay, so since we went so far over, I'm going to wrap it up really fast. Make sure next week you come to Tarot on Wednesday. That one's a later one so that we could have people that work late join that one. On Thursday, that is when we start our Clairsenses class. And then that new family night that we've been talking about is a live circle exactly like this, but dedicated to the families that have kids, spiritually inclined children, or children that are asking how to leave their bodies or anything like that. Because it is family friendly, we won't have the sassy cards or do anything crazy like that. But it should be super fun. So join us for those live circles. It'll be on Sundays, the first Sunday of every month. So join us for that one. We hope to see you again here in 2 weeks, again, with all of your questions. Be looking for your synchronicities. Bring everything that you have. So I'm going to just say our mediums one more time. I'm Taylor, emceeing with Roxy, who is not on screen right now, but Roxy was here. There she is, Roxy.
Yay, thank you, Roxy.
Woo! Then we have Liz.
Everybody,
Woo!
thank you so much for joining us.
And Liz, you got some laughs about your cat attacks. So just shout out to that one. Then we have Justin.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for coming out. We appreciate the support tonight.
And we have Pam and Sylvia.
Thanks everybody for coming. See you soon.
Again, sorry for going late, but we wanted to get in all those questions. So